People love to laugh. I mean, clearly that's why people love you. But they also know that you have some shock value to you. I mean, you're on the cover of your book. You're wearing a fur, and you knew that there would probably be animal rights activists.
You know, this whole interview is becoming a defensive interview.
No!
Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yes.
Shut up.
I'm talking.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear. You're wearing fur. You're wearing leather shoes.
I'm not an activist,
You're eating chicken.
Yeah.
You're eating meat. I don't want to hear this nonsense. Come to me with a paper belt, and I'll talk to you.
But you did hear it in some of those press conferences. There were people who were upset, and you're just saying,
no, you know, I'm going. I really am going, because all you have done is negative.
No.
All you have done is negative.
And people love it.
All right, folks, welcome to Gimme 5. You remember that? We did that last week on a Gimme 5. Joan Rivers walks off the set with Frederica Whitfield on CNN because she asked her questions that Joan Rivers viewed as tough and annoying. But Frederica Whitfield gave a softball interview to former D.C. Mayor Marion Barry, who had his drug problems, other problems, but you would think this guy was a saint from this interview. Watch.
This comes across as amazingly honest, revealing, very personal. This is a journey through your civil rights movement, your D.C. political career, the drug bust, as I mentioned, the fall, the hurt that you and many experienced, the climb afterwards. And I really am kind of simplifying here, but you say, you know, quote, I want people to gather the truth from me rather than from a T-shirt. Elaborate.
All right, so she glosses over the drug bust. Yeah, you know, the drug bust, but oh, you're a great civil rights man. Oh, this is a great book, so revealing. It comes across as so honest. Are you kidding me? Well, that was just the beginning. There's a lot more.
When I came here in 1965, Washington was a sleepy southern town. No high-rises, no anything. No new buildings on Portsmouth Avenue, except the FBI building. Look at Washington now. I laid the foundation.
And you really do feel like you can take credit for that, because you came as a visionary.
Sure. He built Washington, D.C. Marion Barry, disgraced former mayor of D.C. Look, he's responsible for actually all the buildings in Washington, D.C. Come on, more.
I fight for the TANF, the welfare mother. I fight for the disabled. I fight for gay and lesbian rights. I do all of those kind of things. And people don't, they just see this little soundbite of the Vista. Let me just put that right away, put it right. First of all, I've not been convicted of anything at the Vista. 9 of the jurors said I was.
And this is the Vista Hotel.
free.
This is the 1990 drug bust.
Yeah, right. Set up by the FBI and been proven that way.
All right. Look, you know, this is just ridiculous. Where's the mention of the fact that under Marion Barry, Washington, D.C. became the murder capital of the United States of America? How's the education legacy of Marion Barry? How the black children in Washington, D.C. Getting educated today? Pretty well? I mean, shame on Frederica Whitfield for taking Joan Rivers to task, making her walk off the set, but just kissing up and lobbing the softballs to Marion Barry. It's a disgrace. Here's one more.
And you write in this book, very frankly, you draw that correlation that all of those things that you did for the underserved community and, you know, assisting in a large way to the black community, you draw a real correlation between that and the design of this drug bust.
Well, I also don't want to be known as just working for the underserved. I created a strong black middle class in Washington, D.C.
All right, look, did Marion Barry do some good for Washington, D.C.? Let's be generous. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, and let's say, okay, maybe he did. But you can't have Marion Barry on about a book that he wrote about himself, about his accomplishments, about his achievements, about his civil rights record, about his civil rights struggle, the aftermath of the civil rights, what he did for Washington, D.C., and call yourself any kind of a journalist and not press him, and say, what were you doing in that room with the drugs? You know, what about crime in D.C.? What about education in D.C.? They have no interest. On the Steve Malzberg Show.